Hello, YouTube. Hope you guys are doing good on your side. Just here to talk about the new costume for Batman. Really, it's not really a new costume, it's just basically an update on the costume. And I'm gonna also be talking about the Batman Inc. thing that Grant Morrison's doing after Bruce Wayne comes back. So, let's get into the costume. The costume doesn't bother me. They're going back with the circle and the bat signal inside the circle, and looks like he's lost the underwear. Which finally, we got Wonder Woman out of the underpants, kind of out of the granny panties. The only one that's left is really Superman, who's wearing the underwear stuff. And I'm pretty sure they're gonna do something about that once this whole grounded thing is over. But back to Batman. It looks good. I have no problem with this. This looks really good. I also find it funny though that it looks like the Batman Earth One costume. It almost looks exactly like it. They got the circle back. I'm like, okay, so they're going back with the kind of the old school Batman type thing. The thing with Batman is that his costume really hasn't changed a lot over the years. He used to have the ears. The ears have gotten bigger. They gotten smaller. They changed the symbol on the chest. There was even one point where his cape was blue instead of black. Like it was like a dark blue color, and it was blue and gray. Now it's more black and gray, and I like that. Somebody online said that they don't like the change, and it feels like DC's kind of, I don't know, cheating their characters out. I'm like, well, first of all, how can you judge it when you really just... The only thing we've seen is a costume change. And it's not really a costume change. It's just an update. Like, they tweaked it a little bit, and that's it. Like, it's not a dramatic change like what they did with Wonder Woman. And even that was, in my personal opinion, for the better. But this... It's just a tweaking. That's all it is. They just tweaked it up a bit, and they made it so that the costume, I don't want to say it looks more modern, but it kind of has a more modern feel to it, and kind of paying homage to the old school stuff with the, like I said, with the circle. Someone also said online that the reason that the circle is there is so that the kind of the people who see the symbol when Batman comes out of the shadows, they immediately look at the symbol because it has yellow there, and they'll use the gun when they're shooting at Batman. They'll aim at the target, and it's basically to distract them from whatever else Batman is doing. So I never really thought of the symbol like that. I'm like, oh, okay, that's interesting that he would do that, so that when people see the symbol, they aim at it instead of doing something else. They aim at the symbol, and they're distracted, and Batman can just take them down easier. So if that's the case, I don't know if that is the case. That's very interesting. Like I said, he lost the overalls, which really didn't bother me, but I just thought it was kind of, I don't know. Still, I'm just glad they got rid of the overalls. Looks the underpants, I should say, the underwear, and finally, like I said, I don't have a problem with them losing that. I just find it weird. It looks like the Earth One costume, and I really just can't get over that. Like I could have easily mistaken this for Batman Earth One, an alternate cover or something like that. But yeah. Now let's talk about this whole Batman Inc. thing. What Grant Morrison is doing is, from what I've read in the interviews, from what I've heard in the interviews on CBR, they have a bunch of interviews with Grant Morrison and Dan Didio, where they were talking about what they're going to be doing with Batman, and it's going to be something new. Basically, when Bruce Wayne comes back, from my understanding, there's going to be not one Batman, but there's going to be a bunch of Batmans. Like, if I find a cover, if I find a picture, I will put it in this video. But basically what it is there's Batman. There's one where he's leaping, and then there's another Batman where he's punching Joker. So I don't know if it's gonna be Dick Grayson. I don't think so, because from what I heard, Dick Grayson is going to be where they're gonna have it where Dick Grayson is going to be in the Justice League. So I don't think he's gonna be the other Batman. Definitely not Tim Drake, because he's Red Robin. And it can't be Damian, because he's gonna be with the Titans. So when Bruce Wayne comes back, from what I know, like I could be wrong about this information, and I don't know. I think the idea behind this is great, though. That there's gonna be a bunch of Batmans going around, kind of, protecting the city, where there's not gonna just be one. There's gonna be a multiple Batmans, and Bruce, from what I understand, Grant Morrison, when he was saying in the interview, it's gonna be Bruce Wayne's pretty much been going about it in a one way, and now Bruce Wayne's going to be going about taking down crime in a different way. And I find that interesting. This is something new that they haven't done with Batman. It's not. I see what was going to happen. What I thought they were going to do is a typical, okay, they're going to have Batman come back. He was going to be mad at Dick for being Batman. And he was just going to go back to doing the same thing, which is finding villains who break out of Arkham Asylum, like Joker or something like that. And I was going to be like, yawn, boring. But this being Grant Morrison, he's like, no, I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to do is something different. And I find this idea really cool. Like I said, it's called Batman Inc. It is basically Batman kind of expanding his, kind of like what they do with, like different stores and stuff, like Walgreens. Like, there's not one Walgreens, there's a bunch. Like with McDonald's, there's not one McDonald's, there's a bunch of McDonald's. And I find that interesting that they would do that with Batman. Like, I think that's a really cool idea. I don't know why people are getting upset about it. Like, it's at least they're doing something new with the franchise. That's the word that's the word I was looking for. They're franchising Batman. So it's gonna be a great new twist to the Batman universe. I know a lot of people are like, oh, there's too much in the Batman universe. Well, with this, it makes sense. Batman, I don't know, Batman has been going about it where he's been a loner, like I said, and he likes doing things on his own. But at least now he's trying to do new ideas. He's coming up with new ideas. Because I know they did that story with the 666 future where Damian Wayne became Batman, and they had it where there was a bunch of Batmans, who, before Damian became the current Batman in the future. And I find that interesting. It seems like Grant Morrison is trying to lead up to that, and that's going to be really cool if it does kind of lead up to that. I don't think it's ultimately going to happen, but I think it's going to be really cool what they're doing with Batman. This is, I'm very much interested in this. I wonder how this is going to affect the Bat family, how this is going to affect the villains, like how are they going to, go about taking down crime in general. This is very cool. I'm happy that they're not going down the old cliche way, like I explained earlier, where he's just going to come back and do the same old shit that he's been doing, but he's coming back, and he's going about things in a different manner, and I am just looking forward to this a lot. Another thing is, I was thinking that the whole Commissioner Gordon thing, I honestly think it's about time that he kind of told him who he is. Like Bruce Wayne kind of told Commissioner Gordon that, hey, I am Batman. I think that would be interesting too, if they do something like that. But that's just me throwing something in there, because the thing is, with Gordon, you can pretty much trust him now. He's the commissioner you can trust. Everyone else you got to be skeptical about, but Gordon, Gordon is definitely the cop that you can trust with an identity. And I think it would be helpful to Bruce Wayne, actually, if he did do that. Um, like I said, he's pretty much kept things a secret. I think the only one who knows is Lucius Fox. He's not just a movie character, by the way. He is in the comics, but I think he's the only one who knows his identity, besides Alfred, of course, and the other heroes. But I'm talking about normal people. I think Lucius Fox is the only one who knows his identity. And that's really all I have to say about this. Just very much looking forward to it. And you all tell me what you think about this whole Batman ink thing and the new costume. And bloody days, gory nights, I am out. You all take it easy. And I will see you all later.